Hello everyone, it's Cribbin E. Welcome to the channel. Hope everybody's just having a wonderful day. Everything's going great for you and you are in the best of health. Today I'm coming with another inspirational talk, message, and it's best dealing with giving back and having an open heart. And that's one of the main reasons why we actually came, another reason why we came to Santiago, Dominican Republic, because there's a couple orphanages here, and my church back home in Las Vegas, the Crossing Christian Church. They have mission partners out here, Hope House, okay? And it's just a blessing to be able to go into these places, especially the shelter mainly, basically, but it's a school, orphanage type, to give back and to help these kids that have been abandoned by their parents, and the court system, the Dominican court system, gave them over to organizations that can help them to have a better life. A lot of these children that are coming in, the system over here, the parents has given up all rights of these kids, and therefore they have to find them other parents to take care of them and to nurture them and to bring them up. So that brings me to the scripture right here real quickly in Matthew's the 25th chapter and the 40th verse, and I want to try to read it real quick. And the king shall answer and said unto them, Verily I say unto thee, insomuch as you have done it to me, least of these my brethren, you have done it unto me. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, you cursed, in everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. And I was on so much hungered, and you gave me not meat. I was thirsty, but you gave me not drink. I was a stranger, and you took me not in. Clothed, and you clothed me not. Sick, and in prison, you have not visited me not. This scripture takes me back to my life as a person that gives back. I had a lot of opportunities, and I believe I've taken those opportunities to kind of help people. I started my first, I would say, mission when I was in Germany. I did 2 tours there. And the second tour, I was able to help a lot of refugees that's coming in from their countries, Africa, coming into the European theater, trying to have a better life for themselves. Some of them came on rafts over the ocean. Some of them barely made it. Some didn't make it. Some died because of the currents and these boats being overloaded. If you go on YouTube, you'll see about people that are trying to flee a impoverished or violent situation in their countries. We can't fit everybody in the U.S., and some of these other countries can't take a lot of people in. But I'm just telling you, the exodus is real. I seen Africans that said they made a truck from Africa to Brazil. They said all their life savings, they'll fly from Africa to Brazil. In Brazil, they'll get ground transportation, or they'll begin to walk because they're trying to get to Colombia. Once they get to Colombia, they trek north and get to Panama. When they get to Panama, they're going to go to the Panama jungle with snakes, mosquitoes, jaguars, try to get to freedom, to get to a better life. Some of them have guides, some of them don't have guides. Thousands of them make this trek every year, trying to get up north to Mexico and hopefully getting into the United States. The exodus is real. So my first encounter with them, with Africans, was in Germany. I had a chance to get a lot of them, take them to Bible study, trying to help them out, try to give them a better life, because they have an encampment there that they keep all the refugees until they can figure out what they're going to do with them. Are they going to give them papers or not? Okay? So prisoners. I had a chance also when I was in the military, and I had a chaplain friend of mine who was a captain. I had a chance really to go with him to the prisons, okay? And not just that, but also when I transferred from Europe, transferred back to to Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and I got a chance to meet this chaplain named Chaplain Moody. Caucasian guy, nice guy, open heart. I think he was a Baptist pastor, but he was serving in the military, serving as soldiers. And I got close with him. We became friends, and he would take me Tuesday nights into the prison system on base. Okay, and I had no idea how many prisoners that they actually kept in a military stockade on this military installation called Fort Campbell, Kentucky. And I got a chance to go in with him, and I got a chance to talk to a few guys. One guy I talked to, I said, "Man, how you end up here? What happened? What's your story?" He said, "Well, I'm a sergeant. I was a good soldier. Had a normal life. Had a family here on base, and I thought everything was all right between me and my wife. Well, one day I got up, went to my training, went to my job, but I doubled back home. I normally don't double back home for lunch. Came back home for lunch, walked into the house, heard some noises, like people were having sex in his house. Went into the bedroom, there was another man having sex with his wife. Anger hit this guy. He ran into his closet, got a baseball bat, came out, beat the guy to death with a baseball bat. And he also beat his wife up pretty bad. She had to go to the hospital. He lost it because of what he seen. That landed him into prison, and I think they got him for like mandatory manslaughter or something like that. I don't know how his case really made. I don't know if he ended up at Fort Leavenworth, but that's another military prison. And so he had to serve some time. He told me everything was going great until that moment, and he just lost it. So I talked to prisoners, I talked to killers that was actually on military duty, serving their country, but things happened. So I had a chance to go and give back and to serve it to them and try to give them inspiration. Tell them about God, tell them about how their life can be changed, how their life can be transformed. A lot of these guys are in there for stealing money, drugs, all these kind of things. They're on the stockade on this military base. Then I got a chance, and I ended up in Las Vegas. Then I got a chance to serve there in my church because they had a lot of serving opportunities, not just in Vegas, but all over the world, from Peru to Puerto Rico, to Mexico, to building homes for those that don't have homes, all over the place, okay? And some of these countries I can't even think, I can't imagine, I can't remember all the countries that my church, the Crossing Christian Church, served. Even when they had the shooting in Las Vegas, they was out into the community helping, seeing what they can do to help those that was taken off this earth way too early. Okay. Also, in my church in Las Vegas, we also have local partners that they support. One of these local partners are the Cupcake Girls, okay, which deals with a lot of prostitution. I had a chance to go to the AVNs there and help serve on that project, and I seen all kinds of people, all kinds of transgender people. They would have this convention at the Hard Rock in Las Vegas. They have it every year, and the porn shows, and I got a chance to see all different kind of people from every different perspective. I had a chance to go and get pizza, serve them food, and just try to show them that there's another way, there's a better way in the life that you live in. So we just try to love on them and show them a better place. Then I have a chance to go to another local partners in Vegas called, I can't think, I just lost my kind, Square One, and not just Square One, but was another organization, I just can't think of it right now. It'll probably come to me. But it was in Las Vegas and Casa de Luz, that's it, Casa de Luz. Had a chance to go and serve, take food, make donations. It's a great feeling serving and giving back to a local community. One Saturday, we were called in to help. They needed volunteers to cook food for the homeless. And when I say the homeless, people that's on drugs, naked city in Vegas, people that's on drugs, people that's prostituting, kids are all in disarray. These people are hungry. They rob stores at night from all different corners of life. Even people that came to Las Vegas and lost everything they had in the casinos, walking the streets looking for something to eat, eating out of trash cans. Okay, that's when you're really down on your luck, when you're eating out of garbage cans and you got to eat what you can eat to survive. Well, Casa de Luz was there in the community and helping these people that was less fortunate. They had religious services for them. They had a food bank. I helped the food bank. I was happy to be able to do that. But this particular Saturday, we were on the grill in the courtyard, and I was making hot dogs. My wife was on the other grill. She was making hamburgers, and the people are just coming in. They were smelling the food, and they were so happy, and we were able to give them something to eat, and they thanked us. That's what God's looking at. A heart of compassion, a heart of love. Because in actuality, God had a heart of love because he died for mankind, died for everybody. That's love. John 3:16, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son. Who shall believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. So I felt good. I felt good that day when I went back home. I was able to sit back home and I reflected on the day that I had. I was having a conversation with my wife in the car going back home. It was just, and that was one of my first times that I served. Then I kept going back because I got hungry for more serving opportunities. We did donations when we get ready to leave Vegas. I gave away so much stuff I lost count. Gave a lot of stuff to Goodwill. Gave a lot of stuff to a pastor friend of mine's. Just giving them stuff, donating them stuff from shoes to a barbecue grill, the house stuff that we wasn't going to take with us, just downsizing. Because a lot of that stuff we had, sometimes that stuff, you ain't going to use all that stuff anyway, so you might as well just take it and give it to somebody. I could have threw a lot of that stuff in the trash, but you know what? If I can help somebody have a better life, if I can help somebody else have a better future and feel good about themselves, then that's what I'm put on this earth to do. And also, on top of that, we served so many people in Vegas. Many people came back, they thanked us, they looked into our eyes and said, thank you for these hamburgers, thank you for these hot dogs, thank you for this food, thank you for this bread, okay? They were so appreciative because if it wasn't for organizations like that, these people would be in a bad situation, in a worse rut than they are, okay? You'd be surprised how many thousands of millions of people all over the world that are homeless, don't have food to eat, don't have shelter, okay? Living underneath bridges, especially in California, is one of the more population of people that are homeless in the whole wide world. But what freaks me out, you got some people there that's got master's degree, double master's degrees that was living good, had nice townhomes and nice homes, but something happened that caused them to be homeless, okay? Everybody's not a dummy. Everybody hasn't just done wrong things. There's some people that was living high on the hog, but ended up somewhere somehow on the streets of California, Las Vegas, living underneath tunnels, okay, and just found themselves in that kind of situation. So I was glad to help these people. Whenever I get a chance, I help them. Also, through my church, we work under the umbrella of Compassion International. And we was able to sponsor a child some years ago, me and my wife. And this little girl lives in San Domingo, Dominican Republic, even right now. We've never met her, but we write her often. She writes us. She sends us little pictures when she was in kindergarten. and her life, and she said, my mommy and daddy's over here, but they can't afford to take care of me. And she draws us house. She tells us how much she appreciates us, how much she cares for us, and she thanks us for every year we give her something for her birthday. We give her something for Christmas. Make her life better, because this is something that her parents can't do. It's a blessing doing something for somebody that cannot do a thing for you. That's what makes me feel good. That's what makes my heart feel good. And we continue to sponsor this girl even today. We sponsor her. We don't even miss that money. It just comes out of our account, and you know what? She gets that money. She's dependent on that money. And before we came in contact with her, nobody was giving her anything. It's a blessing. I feel good when I go to sleep at night knowing that my money is going to help somebody. It's one thing to go into the park and give out food, give out canned goods, and pull back and not do it. But when you continue to do it, that's when it makes a difference, long term. Because sometimes people help people for show and fashion, okay? And then you look up, they're doing something totally different, okay? There's children's shelters all over the world. I know, because when I was coming up, I came from a terrible childhood. I was in a couple shelters as a kid. That's my life. So I figure these kids are living my life when I was young. And if I can give back to them and give them something, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm visiting. I've been to the prisons. I've been feeding the homeless. I've been to the boys' camp and the girls' camp, helping out and giving back and helping any way that I can. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you guys today about donations. And like I said, living conditions in many countries, you will never know the impact that you can make. So today I'd like to leave this with you before I end this video. What can you do, or what have you done, or what can you do to give back to somebody? I have information for you, resources for you. You reach out with comments, and perhaps you can help somebody's life somewhere, okay? Because I came to the conclusion one day, it's not all about me. It's not all about me, but it's about others that I can be a blessing to. Hopefully these scriptures can really help you out. Hopefully when you get time, you go and you read, okay, the scripture that I gave you today, which is located in Matthew 25 and starting at the 40th verse. And you can read and you can help somebody. You can be a blessing to somebody along the way. You don't have to be a millionaire. You don't have to have tons of cash, but just the little things that you can do for somebody else will make a great difference. So, in the meantime, between the time, always remember, life is to be enjoyed, and not just for you, but for others that are less fortunate than you are. Continue to support the channel, subscription, notification, and we'll see you on the next video, and may God bless you all. Peace.